Okay, this might be a long video, so for anyone who's interested in finding out specific parts, like how do you create your character, how do you roll dice, how do you perform combat during a game, we'll just include the timestamps in comment section. Thank you.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Hello and welcome to Adventures Anonymous Manila's very first Downtime Activities Online. I am the Holy Nimbus Ru, and joining us today is a very special guest all the way from Japan, Vince.
Hello. I mean, hello. Hi, Ru. Hi, everyone. This is Vince. I'm here. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us today. So Vince and I met through events in the Dungeons and Dragons Adventures League community in the Philippines. So,
Yeah.
I just want to let everyone know that today we're going to talk about one way to play Dungeons and Dragons online. So what is Dungeons and Dragons in the first place? It is a tabletop role-playing game where you create different characters, and there is a dungeon master, a game master who tells a story, and you weave your characters into that story as well. But because of a lot of things, a lot of people are creating their games online. So for example, Vince is playing mainly online because of the distance.
Yes. I've been playing with the Philippine community mostly online. I tried to play in Japanese here. I could not role play at all. As in, there was this time that I'm just using very simple words like attack, go there, go there. So yeah, playing with the Filipinos is so much easier, and it's very liberating.
Of course, there is some language barriers that are considered also in that. But I'm sure that a lot of people are also able to play online with different communities, like from international communities. So today we're going to talk about how we can migrate our games to an online platform, and this platform is called Roll20. Can you talk about what Roll20 is?
Okay, so coming from from a history that most of my games, basically 95% of all my game experience came from playing in Roll20. Roll20 has been my go-to platform of choice when it comes to gaming because it can manage your maps, it can manage different tokens, different stat blocks for monsters, different notes, and other features such as putting in music to set the ambience of the scenes and settings and whatnot. And it manages every single character that I have made. So it was my go-to choice for platform. What's great about Roll20 is the Roll20 is mostly not really, I would say, requiring special software. So it's basically one of the most accessible things that you can play on, and it's basically free to start.
Oh, that's good. So it's free to start. What are the things that I need to start this? So can I access it with my phone, or do I need an app? Do I need to install anything?
Oh, so there have been apps in the Android store and the Apple store, but they're really lowly rated because they're almost unusable. It is the whole experience of playing Roll20 is mostly on the browser, and if you want to maximize the experience, you just have to log on to a PC, a laptop, Mac OS or Windows, and then open roll20.net on your browser, and you're good to go.
All right, so we're going to be accessing roll20.net on our computer right now, and we'll show you the entire thing. But for a new user, it can be a little intimidating, I think, for me, because it's like there's a lot of things to choose from, there's a lot of things to click, so it's a little intimidating. But we're going to go through that process together so that we can figure this out. And to make things interesting, Vince and I are going to do this in character. So we
Okay.
We brought our D&D characters with us today. I am going to be playing a Triton Druid, level 1. We're going to start from the lowest level available. And Vince, you want to start?
I will be playing one of my first NPCs that I turned PC. It's a gnome, a gnome druid, very wise and very foul-mouthed. No, we're not gonna. Minus that quirk, we'll do this.
Yes, I'm also like toning down certain aspects of my role playing just to make this video very audience friendly, to make sure that everyone is able to access this video. And so I need to ask you, how do we begin with this process?
Okay, so well, the very first thing that you have to do is you have to log into roll20.net and make your own account.
Surface Dweller, Roll20? What kind of magic is that?
It's more of the advanced arcane arts. You see, if we were once powered by the weave, the future has told me that we'll be powered by the entity called the internet.
What powerful entity the internet must be. I am here.
Well,
what should
the best
I do?
way to do it is to experience it by yourself.
Ooh.
All right, so you should first click on the one that is, well, it has a sign in button on the top right. So you can actually sign in, or if you have an existing account, or you can register your new one. All you need is an active email address.
Email address. Let me see if I have that in my equipment pouch. I seem to have one. What do I do next?
Interesting. Now, using your email address, you would be getting that detail specifically and use it for registration in the platform.
How do we begin creating that? Should I click this one? Create free account. Ooh, free.
Yes.
Let's click that.
Now, with great gold stock, you are capable of creating greater moments with this account. But even those people who do not have enough gold can actually maximize their gaming experience in using this platform.
So I think that I just need to fill up this thing with my first and last name, my email address, which you mentioned earlier, and a password, and that will let me in. Is that all the access
Yes.
I needed then?
Yes.
Okay, great. Surface Dweller, what is your name?
The name is Kozu.
Oh, Kozu, this magical thing that you've asked me to do, the Roll20, I am in. See, I have a free account, it seems.
Oh, wonderful. Now, what I want you to do is, since you're going to be playing my little game, I would like you to join a game that I have made. You can create your own if you want, but for now, let's have you join.
I can do that. I like games. What is this game? What do I do?
It is a game of adventuring. Adventuring involving you as yourself, and you are going to be having an adventure without really being anywhere else.
Well, unlike me, so that's great. How do I join the game? It says here join the game. Is that what I click? As you say?
Well, you can use that. You can, instead of going there, I will provide you, I would say, a link, or rather a portal, if that's more familiar to you.
Portal? Yes.
And then I'm sending you something on Discord. As I transfer my consciousness towards yourselves, I can see some letters. HTTPS colon double slash.
We're in a tavern. I like taverns. A lot of people go there. I get to meet so many people.
Yes, we're actually going to Yaldin's Tavern. A friend of mine who has been adventuring with me until he broke his leg.
Oh, not too bad. I have some spells. I am magical. So maybe I can try some healing spells with him when I meet him.
Don't worry, dear. I tried. Didn't work.
I see. And I think I look at you for a while and realize that we share the same magical energy.
Yeah. Kozu then smiles at you, young adventurer, and he guides you inside. Quick, kindly touch the launch game button.
Touching the launch game button. Something's happening. I can feel it.
You are entering the realm of the tavern.
There are magical forces at work. I am inside. It says welcome.
Yes, you are. And it has advertisements.
Oh, that's what it is. Should I click on the advertisements?
Advertisements are good for business. The tavern keep would love keeping those things.
I agree. Is the tavern keep also sponsoring us?
That would be wonderful if it can.
So I guess I will get rid of this advertisement.
Yes.
I see so many things.
Now, yes, as you can see, there's one big D in front of you, and it's red.
Yes, indeed.
I'm not implying anything.
I know. We just talked about how this should be.
I'm so sorry.
So I see a logo of some sort. Is this for a guild? Is this for a gang?
It is a symbol for. It's a sign for adventuring.
Mm-hmm.
Where there might be some creatures such as dragons, and places such as dungeons, in any order.
This symbol compels me to start more adventures. Kozu, lead the way. What do we do next?
Now, I would like you to focus your eyes on the right side of the screen.
The right side.
You
This side
can
with
see
the
this
green?
big green area over there. You will ignore that. But you will look up a little bit and you will see a set of 6 icons. I would like you to check the second one.
The second one, it looks much like a newspaper. Ah,
It is.
I clicked
And
that.
there is a sheet or a link for player 01. And I believe, dear adventurer, I have yet to ask your name, your full name.
Kozu. My name is Kailea Aka. But you can just call me Aka.
Aka.
I clicked
Now,
that.
I would like you to input some of your details so that, of course, as adventurers, you must know what you are and what your strengths, your weaknesses are.
Oh, I know all of those information because I already have. Do you know what this is? It's called a character sheet. I have a character
You have that.
Yes. So,
An ancient parchment.
I see that.
Well, this time,
I see that it's also an option here.
yes, it is also there, but it is a bit more modern, more magical. I would like you to ignore the first 2 buttons and key in, select rather, edit sheet directly.
a cheater. And I can
Here
say
you are pretty much free to put in your name, your class, your race, your subclass, subrace, level, certain ability scores, and other skills.
I understand. I am a druid, just like you, I believe.
Same as me. Triton, not the same as me.
Yes, our skins are very different.
Yeah, I don't do the swimming stuff. It's a very... I don't like bathing.
Oh, that must explain the smells.
Well, no one's complaining.
Well, I don't. I personally like having a wide array of scents. It expands my worldview.
Well, welcome to my world.
Yeah, your world is a very interesting world. I know about these things. I know how to input my stats and stuff. I also know that my current hit point is 11. I'm very
Yes, and you can put the maximum just a little bit above that.
What do you mean?
Hit point maximum.
Like,
yes.
Okay. I am also. I have two kinds of speed though. I cannot include all of my speeds here.
Well, you can actually put it as a... you can type that thing if you have two speeds, like a 30, 30. Or you can 30/30. Whatever notation works for you.
That's interesting. I like that. I am also very interested in your accent. All right. So I have all those things, but here it says I also am carrying some weapons with me. I have a spear and a scimitar. Can I put that here? But there are no text. What do I do? Oh, something open. I clicked so many things. What do I do?
Okay, calm down. Relax. We have something to help you out. Now, this is one way of manually inputting a lot of things. Like, for example, what kind of weapon do you wield?
I have a spear and a scimitar.
A spear and a scimitar. Let's assume first that we're using your spear. You can type on the name there, spear.
Spear.
And I believe that you're using your strength for that, so you do not have to change anything. And under the part where it's showing damage, you can put the damage die for your weapon.
It is a D6. That's great.
But it's still grayed out, so you should have to manually put it there. 1d6.
I see. And this is not a slashing, it is a piercing weapon.
Indeed.
And
And with that, I think that's pretty much the basic way of inputting a weapon.
how do I exit this though?
Oh, how you exit it is you click the gear button,
I
and
see.
there you go.
So my spear is already on this sheet as well. Interesting. But how
Yes.
about my scimitar? I kind of didn't like that entire inputting thing. Is there a different way?
Okay, so what you can do is back onto the right side of the screen, you will see when you chose the second icon to open your sheet, you ignore that and go to the third icon instead. The
Wouldn't,
one with the encircled letter I.
wouldn't that close my sheet then?
No, it won't. You will see.
Oh, it did not close my sheet. So I see that
Yes.
you can search for spell, item, monster, anything. Oh, I can search for monsters here.
Yes, you can, but I advise you not to.
Yes, I think that I'm very squishy right now. I don't think that searching for monsters is the best course of action. So should I search for my scimitar then?
You may look for your scimitar there. You may look for any armor that you think you wield. Okay, so you put in scimitar, and under items, I would like you to drag and drop the word scimitar all the way to anywhere in your sheet. Perfect.
Magic.
And now you see that your scimitar is there.
How come it is also here but not my spear?
Now, you only added the attack, but not really the item. So if you're going to be doing it manually, the same way that we added the spear, you would be typing it twice, thrice, and who knows how many more times. Very impractical, but sometimes there are things that works in this fashion. Such as paladins, they put in divine smite as a separate attack, so they'll just have a simple input. But as a druid, I think you would not understand what I'm trying to say.
I as a Triton, I think I have an understanding of divine attacks. I mean, my brothers and sisters are paladins of their own worth. It's just that I personally chose the druid life. It's the chill life. You know what I mean, right?
You have an interesting family. Mm-hmm. Yes, the druid life is the best life.
It is. I don't have to worry about all of the troubles of the whole realm. I just have to worry about the things that happen in nature. So, I have my spears and my spear and my scimitar. I also do have my own magic. Should I include that magic here too?
Yes, indeed. You can actually search for spells that you usually use.
Do I include that in this first page? Usually in my other parchment, I have 3 parchment pieces. One parchment is just for all of these numbers. The other parchment is for my spells, and the last parchment is some descriptions about me. Is there a way for me to access another parchment?
Now, if you want to access all those parchments, as you can see, if you scroll up a little bit, the one that is highlighted in red is saying core. You can put the other parchment describing everything about you is on the bio tab. It is the other parchment describing how do you appear like, what are you affiliated for, what is the story behind your adventuring. And lastly, you have the tab for spells.
Yes.
It is something that we, as druids, usually access.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. So I will just type it too. I don't like the typing thing. Can I just do this thing instead?
Yes, you can also do that. And what's important, or rather what's interesting here, is that you do not really have to be in the spells tab to do this. You can actually be in the core tab and drag and drop the spell Poison Spray to add it to your sheet. Oh, I see that you have seen the description.
Yes. This is indeed how it works. A lot of people now have knowledge about how the druidic magic works. So I drag this too?
Yes. Anywhere in the sheet, it automatically identifies what level it is, what kind of spell it is.
Good.
It is, it's magic, dare I say.
Interesting how druids have access to this magic. I have a big question though. What is this thing? Why are there locks in place?
Well, first of all, you have to lock, of course, the things that you know, so that it not be taken away from you. But just for the very rare instance that you want to change the things that you already know, you can actually click that lock area and unlock it.
Oh.
And then remove anything that seems to be not needed
I see.
to you.
So right now, I would not need healing word in my attack.
Yes.
But I would need the other one. No, fighting poison spray is all these on my attack. Oh, it didn't remove it on this page. That's great.
Yes. It's perfect.
Well, Kozu, you think I am ready to start the adventure?
Well, there's one more thing that could have been easily, I would say, helping you out.
Mm-hmm.
If you go back to your spells tab, you know us druids, basically every day we can learn or prepare a different set of spells. The thing that we can actually do is, if you can see the circle beside the name of the spell,
I see that.
you can click it and it will turn red. It will remind you what spells are you prepared for using the whole day.
I see. I thought that if I clicked it, then this will change. Oh no, it has a different arrows on it itself. Oh.
Yes.
That's it.
This is basically slots. How many slots remaining? You might want to set it to 2. It doesn't automatically track the spells that you use. So whenever you use a spell, you change the slots remaining for whatever for convenience.
I see. All right. So I think we're mostly ready. I noticed also here there is this thing called class resource and other resource. So I am as a level 1
yes.
kid, I don't really have a lot of class resources, but I have a racial resource. I can cast fog cloud once a day.
Oh, interesting. Then you might want to write it over there. Under other resources, you might want to change the text there and actually want it to be.
Oh, can you do that? Fog cloud. Oh, I thought that
Yes.
was a fixed thing. Interesting.
No, it's not. You can really change it into anything that you would be needing.
So I've read this thing. I mean, Kozu, come closer. I don't want everyone to know. I've read
Yes.
about these things, and I've heard about it. I've heard about wild shape. Can you do that? Are you able to do that?
Oh, my dear. I can do it infinite number of times.
An infinite number of times. You must be a very proficient druid. I aspire to be
Yes.
something like someone like you one day. So I don't have that right now, but can I type wild shape here? Kozu, I'm so excited to be someone like you.
Oh. When you're starting out and learning the beautiful art of wild shaping, you will be able to use it twice. So you might want to write a total of 2 and a current number of 2.
But I don't have any more. Okay, I'll not use it now, but I'll put it there to remind me of my goals and aspirations in life. Of course, I'm gonna... You know what, Kozu? You've opened my mind to this whole new world of Roll20, and you've given me inspiration to become a great druid in the future. I think I can share something with you too.
What is it?
Maybe tomorrow we can go surfing. I'll teach you.
Does it require me to be wet?
Yes, Kozu. I'll teach you everything you need to know about water.
Plans tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
But I can be by the shore. I can watch you from afar.
You can start with watching, and then later on we'll also let you practice. I have different boards. I'm sure we'll find you a one that fits your size.
I hope so too.
I'm excited! Now that I have my character, is that all we need?
Water. Yes, of course. It's basically the bare minimum of the things that you'll be needing to play.
I'm excited. Let's start the game.
But wait a second. Are you sure you want to embark in this adventure alone?
I would like to embark on this adventure with you. Is that okay?
Well, that's also a given.
Do you think we should ask other friends to join us?
Well, it's best that adventures are shared with people, so the more the merrier. Let me see one more thing. Oh, one last thing. You should tell me how do you look like?
That's true. I mean, we can see each other, but in this magical thing, they can see me. How do I do that though?
I would like you to put it corner of your character sheet. It says edit.
Edit?
Yes, edit.
Ah, I can drop a file? You mean like a portrait?
And then you can upload an image or a portrait of yourself.
Let's see. Alright, I will save the changes and hope to see my portrait on this.
Click on the bio and info tab on the upper left of your character sheet. Wow. Whew.
Kozu.
Beautiful child.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Now everyone knows what I look like, and this is exactly why charm person was necessary in my character sheet. I see that there's also
Indeed.
this thing called attributes and abilities. Do I need to worry about this too?
Well, not at the moment. I think if you are a little bit more proficient in playing around with this magical sheet in front of you, then you might want to... It's going to be a little bit more intuitive as you go along. But for bare minimum things you want to learn about, you might want to ignore that.
Kozu, I have a big problem. This thing is blocking the entire logo, and I would like to get rid of it. If I close it, then I wouldn't have access to it.
Well, you can close it and re-access it anytime, but if you want to somehow hide it for quite some time, I want you to double-click in the area that you're currently dragging right now.
Oh! Whoa. Oh!
And you can double-click it again so it appears.
Can I drag
Perfect.
it? Oh, and I can drag it too! Ah. And I see these at the bottom?
Yes. Look at the screen, and I made a little bit of a representation of you over here.
Oh, I can see a coin that looks just like me.
Yes, indeed. And I would like you to click it.
I click it and nothing's happening. Oh, nothing's happening. How come? I can drag stuff.
Oh, interesting. I would like you to change the cursor that you are currently using. On the leftmost side of your screen, there is a set of toolbars. Click the hand symbol and choose select/move. Perfect.
Oh, now something appeared. There are 3 circles, one red, another green, another blue, and there's stuff below it. But before we move on to that, my screen is dominated by all of these things below. I see these things. How can I remove them or make them smaller?
If you want, you can actually make them smaller by going to the rightmost part of your screen once more, and you will see the 6 icons on the top. Choose the 6th one. And then I would like you to scroll all the way down and chat avatars, player avatar size, you can set it to a small one, a larger one, or none.
Ah, that's been very useful. It's now given me space, a lot of space on my screen. So I can click on myself, and these 3 things appeared. Well, 5 things appeared. And what do I do with all of those things?
Okay, so the 3 things above you is basically markers, some numerical amount that you can put that you want to be easily monitored. Like, for example, your health, your temporary health, probably a number of failed saving throws, or whatsoever. You're free to change any of that. But instead of manually inputting things, you can actually click on the gear button over there.
Oh.
And then you can actually put in your actual HP with current and the maximum as bar number 1.
Mm-hmm.
And you could probably just put your armor class on bar number 2.
Ah. And you mentioned that this one can be another
You can
thing?
put, yes, you can put probably passive perception, or I don't know how many sandwiches you had this morning.
Not a lot. I didn't
Ah.
have sandwiches, but okay, I will include that, my passive perception there, so everyone can know.
Yes.
There's also aura. What's aura?
Oh,
I'll put the
so
rest.
you can actually make yourself glow. If you have a spell that is using something that is coming from you, you can use this aura to know how many or what kind of creatures are encompassed by your effect.
That's so interesting. My coin is glowing,
Yes.
and everyone will know that I have this majestic aura. But I can also remove that, right?
Yes, you may.
That's
Oh, you did not save.
it. Oh.
And you can actually overlap 2 different auras at the same time.
Oh, I didn't try that. Let's try that. So if I have different magical effects on me. Oh, imagine when I'm a powerful druid and I have many friends, we can have different powerful effects on us.
Yes. I can't wait for you to, for the moment that you can do those things.
Kozo, I think I am ready for the adventure that you've set for me.
I am quite ready too.
Kagar! Hey!